right, let's check it. Come on. All right, it looks like it is live now. Let's double check, just be extra sure. Yes, it is. Excellent. All right. Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are doing a brand new live stream. This time we're going to be playing Voodoo Vince. Since it's October, I think this would actually be a pretty good game for the season. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in. Let me know if it's too loud or something too, okay guys? And also, how's everyone doing? Now, for those of you who don't know, Voodoo Vince is a platformer that came out originally on the original Xbox. Well, it looks like I might need to check the settings just to see if the video is... Okay, we'll fix that. There. I don't know why it was set to medium, but it was. So we fixed that, though. So we'll start a brand new game. All right, I can't really skip this, but it does show you the plot, basically, so might as well leave it running. Alright, so the game is... We're actually getting into the actual game proper now. Like I said, I figured I might as well, by the way, show you the game right from the beginning, like this. So as you can tell, it's an old school style platformer. Well, old school as in 3D platformers anyways. All right. So we got our... Get all these guys rounded up. There we go. And we got our voodoo power back. Alright. So yeah, the first few minutes of the game are a little bit cutscene heavy, unfortunately, but this is the very beginning, and they are trying to give you backstory and how the game works and all that. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves some of these. I have to say this, the game has some amazingly good music in my opinion. Alright, I think that's all of them there. So how's everyone doing today? Alright, so if I remember correctly, yep, I have to go there, activate the lever there. Yep, and I know what to do there. Alright. Finian Davies says, I'm fine, I guess. You? Doing pretty good, actually. I'm considering maybe... There we are. So... Let's see. That is all of them. And we've got new power. Anvil hat. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, I'd say. I think I'm going to have a busy next few days because there's going to be some stuff Warhammer 40k related I'm going to try getting out. I do like this game's sense of humor. In fact, I like a lot of things about this game. The art style is pretty solid. The music tends to be really top-notch. And the gameplay design itself is... well, it's nothing too out of the ordinary or special from the time, but it is quality. These fly frog things are going to be your main early on enemy, at least. Alright. No game sound effects. That's weird. It should have sound. I don't know why it wouldn't. You're sure, though, that it has no sound, huh? That might explain why, if that's the case, why... we'll just flatten him real quick. Alright. Get some of these. Let me check the sound. If that's the case... I think you're right. I think there are no sound effects, which is strange. Alright. Let's figure out what's going on with OBS. It's not picking up the sound. I don't think. Alright, let's actually try something here. Yeah, I'm not hearing any sound. That's strange. Okay, alright, let's see. I'm gonna have to stop the stream for a little bit, figure out what's... well, actually, let's try... alright, let's try that. See if you guys can hear sound now. Hopefully it works. Actually, I need to drop this a little bit. Alright, let's test it now. Alright, I can hear it now too. So apparently it is just a bug I had early on. Sorry about that, guys. I might fix that. I might actually... you guys want me to redo some of this stuff, or you want me to just go through, keep with where the game is right now? We've got 3 more of the... I think we'll just go ahead and keep going for now. So there's 3 more of those magic zombie dust things that'll give us more health if we get 100 of them, so we'll go ahead and get that. Another heart, too, so an extra life. And there we go. Alright, awesome. Actually, wait, how close am I to picking up another power-up? Or another zombie attack? We're close. There we go. Alright, so yeah, like I said, the game does have some pretty good music, in my opinion, as well as some... I like the art style as well, like I was saying, because it is pretty on point where it needs to be. I think this is a good choice for October. What do you guys think? All right.
This must be the laziest monster ever. First thing I gotta do is wake him up if I want to get past. What, no cash? Some piggy bank.
Alright, now that we've gotten that settled, let's go ahead and pick this up. We got a chainsaw for another voodoo power.
These gates must fall if your quest is to continue. 2 surly gas pumps rule this intersection. Be careful. They will do their best to stop you.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
Whoops, I missed that jump.
You'd think a guy made out of cloth could stay lit.
JC says, hello, what is this game? This is Voodoo Vince. It's an old school it's actually a remaster of an old school platform that came out on the original Xbox of all things. And it is one of the games I'm going to be playing. It's the game I decided to do since it's October. I think it's decent for the Halloween theme. But yeah, you play as a voodoo doll, so. Okay, let's get in here. There we go.
Couldn't happen to 2 nicer guys. I'm gonna kick your butt, Rip.
Alright, let's actually find some enemies to use some voodoo powers. Alright, there's more zombie dust for us. But yeah, this game got remastered, which is surprising because it's otherwise a fairly obscure game. Came out originally in 2003, but they ended up remastering it for the Xbox One as well as PC. And I have the Steam version here. Extra life. Should be some enemies around here. Yep. Alright, awesome. Let's get them all rounded up and do another zombie, or another voodoo attack.
Ew, that monster smell.
Nice! And we got our voodoo charge back up. And learned a brand new voodoo power. Alright, so I believe this is the way we were going to be heading. Nope, this is the way we came from. Okay. But yeah, see what I mean about the music, though? It's pretty top-notch.
These are skull pages. Get all the pages in an area, and you will benefit greatly.
Alright, let's see what else we got.
We have some lovely parting gifts. You want to step outside?
Alright, let's see. Kanali D. Camel Cabal says, good evening, Ace. Good evening. Scrin99 says, wait, when did this happen? When did I start the live stream? I started it, well, I was planning on starting it at 2, basically, but I had some minor issues I've had to work out, but I was able to get them worked out, fortunately. Anyways, Kanali D. Camel Cabal says, I'm a subscriber of yours and happy Columbus Day. Yeah, thank you very much. I've actually been considering doing maybe even a second live stream today since it is Columbus Day. I have the perfect game in mind to do that. Whoa, that was close. Actually, not quite close. Okay, so apparently I have to see what else is around here first. Oh, hello. This looks like time for another voodoo attack. When did the remaster come out? I think it came out, what, 2017, 2018, something like that? But yeah, you can pick it up for about 15 bucks or so, so it is fairly cheap, admittedly. And I would highly recommend picking this game up. It is pretty solid as far as platformers go. Let's see what's over here. I already cleared out this area, okay. But I do have to, let's see, get what's left of the voodoo pages there, and then I'll be able to, hopefully, let's see, what do we, 2 more of those plus 10 more pages, okay. Alright, so hopefully we'll be able, ooh, there's more.
Excellent.
Yes, we
all
did
the
it.
pages makes a power skull appear. Use the action pad to make it fly.
Alright, let's find out where the final 2 bits of zombie dust are as well while we're at it. Whoa! Okay, so they actually designed it to be that way. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's see. Kanali D. Camel Cabal says, I was shown at school by my English teacher a Vox video about Columbus Day and was unarguably wrong. Yeah, there's been some effort to smear Christopher Columbus these past few years. I mean, I'm not going to say the guy's perfect. He wasn't. He had his flaws, absolutely. If you want my personal take on Christopher Columbus, I'd say the best videos I've seen done on him are the two videos done by a guy named Knowing Better. Those are in my opinion, the closest to the story, because he tried to be fairly even-handed. That's his old shtick, and he did a pretty good job of it, I think. I know I've heard he might not have the best reputation as far as historical channels go, but on this one at least, he, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely knocked it out of the park. Anyways, let's find out where that... ooh, there's the last 2 there. There we go, and that should be that. And we'll be able to actually then... I'm just going through this level to try to get the rest of the goodies before I move on. So let's go ahead and... let's see. Ooh. Should probably focus on the game a little bit more.
Oops, off the seam.
There we go. That works. All right, now what was I looking at? Melanin Farmer says, I saw a doc last night about some small hats claiming that Columbus was Jewish law. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really be the one to know because it doesn't really... I haven't really... it doesn't really matter that much to me either way if he was or wasn't. Alright, so let's see. The voodoo skull should hopefully be somewhere around here. Or I just took the long way around. Okay, so it's the other way. Whoa! Whoops. Okay. JC says he was Italian. Yes, he was. Or he was from Milano, correct, wasn't he? I believe he was. Guttentram says, good afternoon. Hope you fine folks are doing great. Yes, we are, I think. I'm enjoying some good old-fashioned Voodoo Vince. Here it is. Sorry about the wait, guys, but let's go ahead. We have to chase the skull. And this will give us another charge on our voodoo power, so we can actually use 2 when fully charged rather than just 1, which is nice. Alright, so he goes up here, and this is the point where we should be able to grab him.
Amazing! You are very nimble in spite of your spindly little limbs. Each power skull you catch expands your ability to store beads.
JC says Venetian. Okay. Or Genoa. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think it was Genoa that he was from. Yeah, my mistake. It wasn't Milan. It wasn't Milan. It was Genoa. Thank you. All right, so let's
Out of gas.
then just fill her up, and we should be good.
You're not so tough. I rule.
I'm sorry? Speak up, I can't hear you.
All right. And that gets us to the new area. Phineas Davies says, do you believe the rumor theory that the Vikings found America first? I think it is absolutely true that Leif Erikson made it first. I think it was Leif Erikson that made it first. But the thing is, that doesn't mean that contact was continuous at that point. With the case of Christopher Columbus, contact from there on out was pretty much fairly continuous, which is why I love how we just smashed ourselves on. The anvil just smashed us in the middle of the air. But it still took out everything, so that works. So we can use the eye view, and we can actually later on upgrade this.
Costume ball, 5 to 8 p.m. Cash prizes. Costume required.
Melanin Farmer says, well, technically the Asians that migrated from Siberia found it first. Yeah, there's also potential rumors that there might have actually been some migration in the Ice Age from Europe as well, believe it or not. Apparently, using the essentially the ice and all that in the north as landing there and just using little skin canoes. Someone actually found it was somewhat feasible to do it like that, apparently. And there is some evidence in the form of the spear designs being similar in Eastern North America to Western Europe. So there is evidence that suggests that that may have took place, but although it's not really conclusive at this point. Okay, bear trap. Okay. Nice. Let's see what is around us. All right. Let's see. Are you... Guten Tarum says, did you ever think about that a Columbus Day is a celebration of diversity? Without him, there would be no such thing as Latinos. I actually just did that video today, actually. You can check it up. I just uploaded the video where I made that point. Kanali D. Camel Cabal says, Columbus just gave a new way for all the explorers who came after him. Melanin Farmer says, are you into megalithic structures and prehistory theories? Ancient civilizations that build things like the Easter Island heads. Yeah, those statues. They are fascinating, the statues on Easter Island. And it really is a mystery. Ooh, I think I'm gonna die here. Yep. Whoops.
Alive again.
He does say different things whenever you get revived, so I will say this game does have a pretty good sense of humor. I think one of the other things he says when you die is, and respawn is, the Grim Reaper says hi or something like that. Alright, so let's... Ooh. Now, to save us extra time, let's pick this up. And that's another voodoo head. Guten Tarum says, Columbus did nothing wrong. He was no more cruel than other people in his time.
Could eat apples.
Well, he did. I would say he did something wrong in that. And the Knowing Better videos actually said this. Is that basically his biggest problem was he wasn't a particularly good leader at keeping control of his men, and so his men ended up kind of running amok and causing chaos, and he kind of sat by and let it happen. It's still, so you could argue it's indirectly still his fault, but it's not in the way that a lot of people complain about it. Alright, let's see when some of these shops open, actually. Here we go. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Guten Tarum says, actually, and then... What do you think of Italo Balba? I'll have to do some more research, to be honest. The name does ring a bell, it's just... I'm not that familiar with Italian history and all that. Let's see. Melanin Farmer says, I live in Canada beside a native reservation, so there's a lot of white guilt here and people trying to cancel Thanksgiving. JC says, the ones who said we don't know usually are people from Ancient Aliens. Is Ancient Aliens still on? I don't know. I've never actually watched it. That show was pretty funny. I've seen the memes, so I do think I know where you're coming from on the memes. But I've never actually watched the show myself, which is bizarre. You'd think I would, but... Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, no, let's get... And I keep messing it up. That's great. I gotta hurry if I want to catch this thing in one go. Okay, we caught it. So that is 3 charges we now have, which is nice. And we're about to level up our health even, so even better. Alright, let's see if there's any more okay. No new comments, so alright, we can keep on. Let's see if there's... Yep. Let's see. We still have quite a few left, actually, to find. All right, so first of all, we need to... Ooh. There we go. Nice. All right, first of all, we'll pick this mask up. See when the actual event comes up. So it looks like the pawn shop there is open from 8 to 11 a.m. Let's see when this thing's open. 5 to 8 p.m. So it should actually be just closed, but I have a plan. Now the way this game works, this particular area works for the puzzle is you actually use this to... Canali says Italo Balbo was an airman who became famous in America because of his flights across the ocean with a squadron of seaplanes. Oh, yeah. That's where I remember the name from. All right, thank you. Yeah, didn't what was he one of the ones that actually in 1918 or 1919 got an award or something, or got a song?
Minted fake money.
Anyways, wasn't he the one that got the made it across in one of the seaplanes, and they ended up making a military march or something based around him accomplishing that? I think so. All right, so we've gotten ourselves some money. We have a few things we can spend it on, and there's a few joke things you can get here.
Open from noon to 3 p.m. 2 kung fu movies for the price of 3. Open from noon to 3 p.m. 2 kung fu movies for the price of 3. This looks educational. Open from 8 to 11 p.m.
Let's go with that one first. I'm all about the education. All right, that should be open now.
They were certainly friendly.
Gutentarm says, thinking about what you just said, Ace, it would be the same as comparing that to when Julius Caesar lost control of his men after the siege of Avassarin. Okay. Yeah, good point, but you're absolutely... Fair point. But yeah, that's the big... Yeah, that's the one big fault, really, when it came down to it. At least in my opinion.
Not a sports car, but I'll take it.
Alright, here we go. Canali D. Camel Cabal says, in recent years, some protesters wanted to remove monuments about him about Balbo in America. That is unfortunate. Because it annoys me that there's a lot of efforts being done to try to remove historical things like statues and whatnot. And the thing is, right, even if you don't necessarily like the historical individual in question... Whoopsie-daisy. Anyways, even if you don't like the historical individual in question, there are the statues themselves are also a part of history in their own right. So it is unfortunate that they are there are people trying to tear these things down. It's also especially notable given how extreme the efforts to try to take these things down are getting these days, too. So we'll go for the Kung Fu movies next.
Ah, freshly minted fake money.
Gutentarm says removing statues is the worst thing you could do. Yeah. Yeah, if they remove statues, they'll be burning books next. Actually, it's this way. Alright, there we go. That should open up that. So I don't have fall damage, but he can stun you. Good to know.
There's 2 hours I'll never get back.
Alright, let's go ahead and get back now, and I'll show you exactly what we need to do to actually progress in this. But there's an achievement for getting those 2 things as well. I already have it, but it's a fun thing to do anyways. Gutentarm says, you make people forget the context of things and what happened. Yep. I mean, you could argue that in certain cases, some of the stuff that... Ow! That should be good. Yeah, you can make the argument that certain cases, some things have already had their context forgotten to an extent that is a bit troubling if we're going to talk about history. There we go. Now let's see when this thing is actually open. From 8 to 11 a.m. So we'll do that after this, and that'll give us access to trumpet, which we can then 11 to 2 for the jazz there, where we learn how to actually play the thing. Alright. So anyways, I do hope you guys are continuing to enjoy the stream.
Fake money.
Let's go ahead and get back on that clock again, and we'll do the same thing all over. And after this, we have a boss battle. There we go. Alright, JC says, of course, glad to hear you're enjoying.
This ought to be good for something.
Alright, now let's go ahead and get ourselves that jazz lessons, and with that we'll be able to hopefully actually progress. And I think it was 9, or let's try 10 o'clock. Gutentarm says, your streams are one of my favorite to watch, to be honest. Awesome, thank you. I think it's actually closer to do it this way. Alright. Let's see if it is open or not.
A jazz club.
Oops.
Live jams from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Alright, well, I can just fast forward the time again, and that should fix the problem. Then we'll be able to meet the dude over there, and we only need 5 zombie dust to fully complete this level. So I will do that as well. I think there should be 5 zombie dust there. That was the game. I guess I missed a button press or something. Alright.
Like, let's shake it, Daddy-O.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that was nice. Warms my heart, wherever it is. The boss will see you now, but watch your step. He's in a bad mood today.
Boss?
Gutentarm says, is there fall damage in this game? Not really, but it can stun you temporarily. Alright, so that should be it as far as those are concerned. There's a new Voodoo icon to pick up here.
Ah! Oh, just a pile of bones. I wonder where that boss guy is. This can't be good. Definitely not good.
Bring the lightning inside, Vince. You must find the Zap Hat and find a way to
Oh, no.
bring down the fury of the storm onto yourself. It will work. Really.
Alright. And we've made it past here, so that's good. Another heart there if we want it. But I think I better skip for now, just to be safe. Well, I got locked into a certain animation there, which means we are going to be fine. Last of gave me $4.99. Thank you very much. And it's in euros too. Awesome. Even better. Thank you very much. All right. Whoop. Now let's see. Cabal says, have you played any Final Fantasy game? I've played a little bit of 6 and 7 as well. JC says, nice. Thank you. That was a little close there. Where is the thing? Ah, there it is. Okay. I mean, this isn't a particularly hard boss battle, but... Here we are. Those are pounds. Ooh, yeah, you're right. Those are pounds, which is even better. My silly... I'm silly. Silly me. You're right. So we have the... So yeah, that'll be quite nice. Thanks. And let's defeat this boss. Last stuff says pounds, not euros. Not sure why it won't send a message in the super chat. I don't know.
And next time, stay extinct. Say, what's that down there?
All right. But yeah, go. Well, last stuff. Go ahead and read off the chat, and I'll actually say it if you want. It's nothing too spicy or something, is it? Let me see if there's something going on with the super chat or something.
Hey, watch the equipment. Sorry. Say, I'm looking for a friend of mine. Nice gal, kinda wise-looking, bound head to foot.
Well, I might be able to help you, given a little incentive. You scratch my shell, I scratch yours. You know what I mean?
I hope not.
Tell you what, I'm working on a highly complex project here, very advanced and scientific. Only a gifted inventor like me can grasp the theories involved.
You're building a balloon.
Yeah.
Looks like you need some cloth for the balloon, a propeller to steer it, and some gas for the burner.
Yeah.
I'm on it. See you later. And while I'm gone, why don't you invent some breath mints?
Alright, so Last Stuff says, no, nothing spicy, just like your content, and always watch your videos, just don't usually get a chance to watch live streams. Thank you very much. Well, I'm glad you do like the live streams, and my videos in general. Alright, so this section of the game is... I will admit this section is not quite my favorite, because it's basically a giant sewer section, but it's not badly put together, and there are some good segments in it, but it is a little... Last Stuff says, figured it out for £20. Wow, thank you very much. No, really, thank you very much. That, wow, thank you. So yeah, like I said, no fall damage in the game, but we did get all of them in this area. Yep, Kamel Kabul says, another donation. Yeah, thank you. Thank you again, Last Stuff. Oh, this... Alright, so we're on this section now. This is the area that kind of, for me, drags a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, let's avoid this guy for now. Ow! Can't really quite get to that for now, so we'll just climb up. James Knighton says, James Knighton says, how are you doing? I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking. Hope things are going well for you as well. So Acid Bath is another voodoo attack we've learned. Let's put it to good use. I should probably use these voodoo attacks a little bit more often, admittedly, but... There we go. Alright, let's see. Ah, so I can jump down from there. Okay. Worth a shot. There we go. Alright, so let's see what we have from there. I have a feeling that... Yep, okay, so we're actually about halfway done with the pages, just about. I think we are also getting close to being able to use another proper voodoo attack on these dudes, which is nice. We even got the dude way over there. Alright. So we are now fully charged yet again. Now James Knighton says, they're going quite well here, so is this the sequel to 9? No, this game actually came out originally way before that movie did. It's came out originally in 2003, and
Next.
yeah, it came out originally in 2003 for the original Xbox. It was an exclusive that kind of flew under the radar, unfortunately, which is a shame because it's a pretty good game. Anyways, then it got remastered on both PC and the Xbox One, and we have the Steam version here. So you can pick it up for about 15 bucks, so it is fairly easy to acquire. Anyways, we got ourselves another comment here. So Camel Cabal says, the argument of Vox Video to not celebrate Columbus Day was Columbus is a myth who killed, enslaved, and didn't step on American soil. Which is... I mean, he was a real person. He has been... His successes have been played up... well, have they been played up that much? It's... I mean, he's... His efforts in exploration and whatnot, that is absolutely accurate, in my opinion. Even though he didn't technically step foot on either of the two continents, he did step foot in the Caribbean. By the way, funny story about that is that when he landed, of course most people know the fact that when he landed, he thought he had landed in India, hence why he called the locals American. He referred to the locals as Indians and all that. But what's curious is that one of his other later voyages, he landed in Cuba, and when he did, he thought they were Japanese. No, I am not kidding. Because he thought he had landed in Japan. So think about that. If he had landed in Cuba first, the American Indians would actually be essentially West Japanese. Today, at least, which I think is kind of funny. Alright, let's follow this skull here, get ourselves another power... Oop. Get up there. There we go. Alright. And that is that. We missed one of... There it is. So I pick that up real quick, and then we'll actually be finished with this section. I remember this taking a lot longer the first time I played this area. I think it's because I missed one of those, and it was in the one of the more harder to find spots, so... Oh well. But that's fine. Alright. Anyways, let's see what we've got here for comments. 9 was surprisingly good, but it's not that popular. Gutentarm says, this came out in 2003. Yes, originally came out in 2003. James Knighton says, Kamal Cabal. Cable that, or... yeah, so that Vox for you, they can't get the fact right about anything around history. JC, that's fair. I really enjoyed the setting. Well, Vox, they don't read or won't for brownie points. Camel Cabal says, I don't think, but believe me, believe we must stand to the SJW's attempt on modifying history. Absolutely. We have to absolutely preserve history. Gutentarm says, to be honest, I'm not that surprised about Vox's lack of knowledge. Alright, so I think we've pretty much got caught up on the comments. I don't think, to be fair, I'm not really that surprised on Vox's lack of knowledge either. Whoa. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ourselves another life, and then we'll go ahead and leave the next area. But yeah, like I said, though, this game did originally come out in 2003 exclusively for the Xbox, but this version is an HD remaster, so... which is part of the reason why it looks nice, but even then, the original looked pretty nice anyways. Canale D. Camel Cabal says 2 right, mate. Or no, James Knighton says 2. Him, 2 right.
Just hanging there for the taking. But to gather it, you must take a very unusual ride.
Alright, so this is a little minigame, and I think it's a fun little minigame for what it's worth. You just have to get enough of these. Missed one. That's okay. We should have plenty to work with here. Oh. Just need 15 more. One more and we got it. And that should be it. Alright, so James Knighton says, yeah, it was one of those games that looked interesting but never bought it. Has that happened to you? Yes. But, anyways, and I've been basically going out trying to find those games I forgot to pick up and picking them up these days. It's been one of my big things. Gutentarm says, as a person that grew up in Brazil, I find it quite disturbing that Americans now want to get rid of their history. And I remember you people being so annoyingly proud of it, which was a good thing. Yeah, I remember those days too. Anyways, let's see. So I believe we already went through there, so I mean, that should be the next one. Gutentarm, or no, James Knighton says to Gutentarm, it's been happening here in the with the statues being torn down. Gutentarm says, I know, quite sad. Agreed. It seems like there's an actual attempt to try to rewrite history in the US, unfortunately. To an extent.
2 of the items you seek are beyond blocked passageways. There are monsters you can trick into helping you, but they...
Hey, run! Why don't you just turn around and go back? You'll never get past the stuff I cooked up down here.
We'll see about that. So another voodoo power there. At least these guys are low health enemies, so probably should be taking them more often, but they're just kind of annoying to hit, so. Alright, so let's see what we have. So this area, okay. I could do that, but I think I'm going to avoid that for now. Guten Tarm says, I don't know why people make complaints about slavery in the U.S. Most slaves in Western trade ended up here. That is true, actually. The vast majority did end up going to Brazil, believe it or not. There's some other facts. And the thing is, it was pretty much a universal in the New World, as far as I could tell, at least in the early part.
Good job, Vince. The wheels are turning.
Camel Cabal says, I'm back. Did I miss something? Well, we did end up getting the cloth from that one minigame, so that's good. So we're in the tunnels here, trying to open up some new passages to unlock some more goodies to work with, to then progress from this massive sewer section, basically. Can I please get... Whew, just barely, but I made it. Kind of important on that, because if Vince does not react to water particularly well, you will lose a life from that.
Almost there.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get that new voodoo icon as well. And... let's see, some of the comments. James Knighton says, I've been playing KOTOR recently and having a good time. Yep, KOTOR is a good game. KOTOR 2 is alright, but you do have to patch that one first, though, unfortunately, but... because they if I remember correctly, they had to cut out a lot of stuff out of KOTOR 2.
Very nice. A hidden place can now be explored.
This must be one of those blocked tunnels Charmaine was yapping about.
That's okay, I have a plan.
The monsters are free. Be careful. If you stand too close, they will try to roll into you and blow up.
Guten Tarm says, KOTOR 2 was great, ending sucks. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that had to be fixed with a mod or something, with the additional content being modded back in, because if I remember correctly, the ending was one of the things that really got rushed and cut. Alright, so we got looks like the fuel. I think this is going to be a rocket minigame or something. Rocket lab, okay. Yep. So at least while this is while these sets of missions are a bunch of sewer sections, they are at least, well, they do at least have mini games. So
Hey, you found my old lab. I'd forgotten all about this place. Look over there. There's a canister of the fuel we need for the balloon. It's real heavy, but you can fly it out of here in the EX-21 mini-plane. I built it myself.
Nice.
Try not to scratch it while you're carrying that canister of highly flammable rocket fuel past the raging walls of fire, okay?
I love this game's sense of humor. Now, you do actually have to avoid, in this case, you have to very specifically avoid even dropping from altitude in this case, because the rocket fuel is extremely unstable here. Alright, so how much more of this do we have to get? There's only about 7 more zombie dust things. We'll just pick those up first, and then that's it, so we'll go ahead and continue from here. There it is. So how do I get up there? I'm guessing from one of these. Yep. Alright. Let's see. Some new comments. James Knighton. Hey, it looks like a P-51 Thunderbolt. Well, actually, and as JC points out, P-47 is the Thunderbolt, and the P-51 is the Mustang. Camel Cabal says, "Do you remember the Nike Betsy Ross flag shoes?" Not offhand. James Knighton says, "Of course, my mistake." Fair enough. I mean, anyways, oop. So let's see what else we've got. There we are. I do think it actually looks, personally myself, a little closer to a P-47, but the open top design makes me think of something different. What was the name of the... I think it looks to me like a little bit like that P-26, I think it's called, which is an interwar design. So this gives us a good idea of what we're in for, I guess. Alright, so we are close to... There it is. Well, it's actually a jet design, so... which interests me a little bit. Okay, so we still have 3 more of these things left to pick up. I'm guessing that that they're in that one. I'm guessing they're over there somewhere, where those rocks are. So if we probably, if we have a way to break those rocks, that would be nice. I think I kind of do. So let's go ahead and pick this up. I believe setting it down also sets it off as well, so... For example, you can't really drop this short little height here. You have to go the roundabout way. Let's see. Let's have a look at some of the more comments. I think I just went in circles. I did. That's okay, we can work with this. Okay, so that's the one we were on earlier, so let's do this one. There we are. Alright, so I think, like I said, this little bag of rocks here is where this thing is. So if we detonate this thing right here, it should hopefully get those rocks out of the way and we'll be able to pick up this.
Sheesh, these things don't like touching the ground.
Hey, it actually ended up being a checkpoint of sorts. And I could explore a little bit more, should I? It's probably another... Yes, there is. Called it. Alright, so let's have a look at some of these comments. JC says, yeah, that tiny monoplane. And Camel Cabal says, Nike proposed those shoes with Betsy Ross flag on July 4th, 2019, but was accused of racism and slavery by a footballer named Kaepernick and got banned. Oh, that's unfortunate. And why the Betsy Ross flag? Well, Guten Tarm says those were in some great days for aviation. Right lad, hop in. We don't know if you'll make it back home or not. James Knighton says, of course it was. Also, John got those new codexes for Space Marines and Necrons and got the Silence King built and painting him just now. Nice. I meant to say, yep. Okay. Guten Tarm says, what is the point in the zombie flasks? If you get 100 of them, they actually increase your max health. Which is nice. So, let's actually see what we have over here. Like, where am I at right now? 75. So yeah, if I get another 25, I get to increase my health. So they're basically kind of like the heart pieces from Legend of Zelda, only you need 100 instead of 4 of them. So it's a good thing we get a lot more of them in this game. Oh, this just takes us right back to here. Okay, well, I can just drop this.
Sheesh, these things don't like touching the ground.
Saves us some time. James Knighton says, so like in Zelda with the heart containers. Exactly. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get through here. Alright, so we made it past there. We'll let the fire burn here. Good, we made it past that. And we're past that. Plane is almost invisible. Is almost visible, sorry. We'll let it burn again, and then we'll make our crossing. And this should be the final home stretch. And there we are. All right. See if there's anything of note here. Nope. Okay. Alright, so we've made it past that. And there we go. There we made it. Alright. James Knighton says, favorite badasses in history from the 2 World Wars. JC says, I got a couple. I got a couple as well. Let's see. General George S. Patton has to go for one. Alvin York, yep, definitely. Private Doss, yeah. Audie Murphy would definitely be on there for World War II. But Patton was very specific, was actually both World Wars, believe it or not. He was actually ended up getting a reputation in World War I. Even though he was a staff officer, he had a habit of just going and wandering onto the battlefield and helping his troops on the front lines. So you do have to respect him for that sort of thing. Although he almost paid pretty dearly for it during the Meuse-Argonne offensive. Ed Winkle Brown.
Above this cabin is a perfect propeller for the doctor's balloon. Reaching it will be difficult. Removing it from the ceiling will pose a challenge as well.
Alright, so we have 25 zombie jars, so just enough to level up our health again. Awesome. Eric Winkle Brown, Mad Jack Churchill, and Douglas Bader. Yep. Finian Davis says Leo Major. Guttentarm says Mad Jack Churchill is a must-have for anyone. Absolutely, I agree. Colonel Wintle for both World Wars. Okay. Let's see. I would have to also throw in some aviators as well. Rene Fonck would have to be on there. If I remember correctly, that dude one time ended up shooting down 6 German aircraft with 56 rounds. He was that good of a shot. Simo Haya says Gutentarum. Absolutely. Now, getting the propeller for the balloon here is not my favorite section of these sets of missions. But we go through it and it should be over pretty quickly. Alright, let's see. JC, so Gutentarum also says, I know Belia Smirt or White Death. Yep, okay. So JC says the Panzergraf Stawitz, and General Bill Slim Foe. Okay. James Knighton says the Red Baron. Yep, another obvious pick. There we go. So we'll go ahead and see what's left. Rommel, absolutely. Also from both World Wars, in that matter. The Condor Legion says Gutentarum. Yep. Camel Cabal says, did you know about Moroccan troops under Franco's command in the Spanish Civil War? I'm not actually familiar with these troops, no. But go ahead. This does sound interesting. Alright, so we got there. There we are. I think we can get another heart or another life if we go over here. 2 extra lives. Probably because of how difficult it is, but I digress. Oh, and I just made a fool of myself. James Knighton says the Devil Dog and British Air Force in the Battle of Britain and Dam Busters. Yep. least we got our health back. Or, yeah. Alright, so now that we've gotten that settled, let's go ahead and head up here. Another elite group, if we're going to talk about it, I would say Meryl's Marauders would have to be on there. Okay, so we need another 11 more of these things. Guten Tarm says, I don't know any specific names, but the German paratroopers that captured Fort Eben Emmel. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The names do escape me as well, but... Alright, so, let's see. Aaron Hook says they were from the Army of Africa. The Moroccans and their officers, like Franco, were the most experienced troops the Spanish had, way better than the mainland army. Okay. Although, James Knighton says, although recently Guy Gibson dog name changed due to his race. Wow. Sorry to hear that. And... still have to do some more platforming, so we'll just hold off a little bit more. I do kind of want to get to the third area because that opens right back up again. And...
Deep, deep pain.
there we go. Notice, by the way, how massive this propeller is here. There we go. Still have a few more of these things left to pick up. New voodoo power. Ah. Alright, since these things are annoying me. There we go. Now let's see if there's any more goodies of note around here. I was expecting that to kind of open up and allow me to get in there, but I guess it's locked, so that's fine. Alright. Sorry I'm not reading the comments right at this moment, but this area does require a little bit more attention than normal, so... apparently I missed this one, so... there we go. I think if we actually just head over to where the last one is, we can drop down and hopefully just do that. Ah, we head this way. Okay. So we just need 3 more. Make that 2 more once we get this. No, no, game,
Excellent. Now stand back. Okay, short stuff. Let's blow this no-horse town. Hey, we're not getting enough lift. We gotta lose some dead weight. Did I ever have to run? Watch your language.
And we get a boss battle.
Great, that's just super. What now? The obligatory boss battle? Guys? Oh, one eye. That's original. Okay, I get it. 2 heads. Could this get any worse? Yes, it can. Okay, bring it on, 2 eyes.
2 heads aren't always better than 1. Find a way onto the back of this beast. Diving from high above, you can amplify your power.
Well, I need to get over here, and the platform just raised up. Of course it did. Hooray me. Okay, now what? Oh, I get it. We have to wait until he's all the way over here, and then we can actually jump on his little platform. That gets us all the way up here, which is nice. Ah, there it is. And I lost the timing on that. Alright, that's unfortunate. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Comments have kind of gotten a little bit, well, I've kind of gotten lost track on the comments a little bit, unfortunately. There we are. I might as well actually just head over to these, if anything. No! Ah, game!
Good thing I'm wash and wear.
Ah, well. Alright, so we should be good. And that should be the end of it.
Gotta be something here I can use to catch that stupid turtle lady.
I forgot to get the other voodoo thing. Darn it. Ah, well. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and actually get the other voodoo thing. Because I do think we need that, if only... Well, I do want an extra voodoo power, after all. And I do believe there's a way to actually get back fast after we're done with that. And besides that, I did want to get the other 3 things to level up my health again, so... I believe there's actually a way around here somewhere I can just simply get that other voodoo power. Wrong one. Okay. All right. Yeah, once we get past this in the final area, I think we're... So this is going to be a little bit tricky. There we are. It was not as bad as I was expecting. I've got to be honest. So there's the last 2 there. And once I find out where I can get to... Because the way it works is to get the final voodoo power, you have to kind of get on top of something, if I remember correctly. Whoops. There we go. Unless... I think it's actually on the top here somewhere that you have to get it. Because, yeah. There should be another... Unless I'm mistaken. Let me actually check. I think there might be... maybe that. We'll double check that real quick just to be safe. Because you have to climb up somewhere. If I remember correctly, I think that is it, actually. Yeah, but you have to climb up somewhere to actually enter this little entrance to be able to access the other voodoo doll, or voodoo icon, sorry. No, I don't really want to handle that, so instead I'll just do the... Take a shortcut. And then, once that's done, we'll be able to advance on to the next area. Which is what I've been wanting to do in the first place, but... I forget what the next voodoo power is, but I think it is... Wait, I think I know which one it is, and it is hilarious. I do need to use these voodoo powers more often anyways, so... Another life, that's nice. Alright. Yeah, that just brought me up here. Okay, so I was wrong about that. Fair enough. Well, that still gives me an idea. I can just head back. And there we go. All right. Now, I believe the way to access the other entrance is up here or something like that, right? I lost a little bit of health, but I'm fine with that for now. Just need to figure out where on earth this entrance is. There it is, I think. Yes. Awesome. Laxative. You guys know we're going to be having some fun with this. Alright, so... yeah, the comments have kind of blown up with regards to history, which is nice. Alright.
Whoa, I feel kind of lightheaded.
So I think this is, once I'm done with this section, with these bunch of missions, I'll probably call it as far as this live stream, but...
How you doing? How's about another little jam session? I'll let you into the Crypt City.
Why on earth would I want to go in there?
Vince! Vince! You must go to the Crypt City.
Oh, is this where they're holding you, Madam C?
The zombie dust has caused much trouble in Crypt City. You must set it right. All depends on you, Vince. Get past the gate, beware of the cemetery imps, and evade the claws of those who dwell below.
I'd better be earning overtime. All right, let's get this over with.
No, little buddy. This time, you've got to play the vibes.
Oh, whatever. It's a musical gate puzzle. Fine, let's go.
So Simon Says. Oh, no, I screwed it up.
Try to keep up this time.
Nope, I...
Try to keep up this time.
JC says, lol. Canal D. Campbell Cabal says, wait, that was unexpected. Okay. What was the last one? Let me actually check the stream. Because this is a... There we are.
Sweet.
James Knighton says, oh, highly. All right.
Hey, I need that. So just 15 in this one. And the little train here thing is our fast travel system, but I don't really need it at this time, so...
I don't like you.
Alright, let's try something different there. That seems to be working.
Next.
Alright, so there's probably going to be more there, but let's... Whoa! Okay, so at least it's not an instant death trap. A pinata! Ooh, nice. Gives me another excuse to use one of these. Come here, little creatures. And we are back up to full health. Alright. See some more of the comments here. Let's see. James Knight, Camel Cabal says, to James Knight, honor to your great-grandfather. Nice. Guten Tarm says, I miss games like this, finished and without game-breaking bugs. Yeah, it is unfortunate that this seems like a rarity, but here we are. This should be enough to get my meter back up. That looks like a boss fight or something, so instead let's head back. Let's find out what we missed as far as goodies. Let's see. Just another 5 more zombie dust and 1 more voodoo power. So we'll probably just go ahead and get the voodoo power. I suspect. Actually, wait. What's under here anyways? Oh. Okay, so this was just the little path we were going to take alternatively. Well, it did at least get us 2 extra things, so. Alright, now let's see what else we've got. I think I remember what happens here. There's some enemies that we have to either do flying attacks or... Yeah, these mole things. But that's okay. I've got a plan. Since I still have 2 zombie... And I can even just do this. Gives us all kinds of beads.
Tastes like pickle.
And now we are fully on as far as beads are concerned, so... Let's see, is it enough to hit all 3? Yes, it is. So these guys are all done for. Finian Davey says, Guten Tarm says you can say that again. Yep, to Guten Tarm. So I'll just go ahead and use this guy to actually get more zombie beads, or voodoo beads. Is that all of them? Nope, still 1 more.
Ew, dead monster smell.
Okay, so there's still 1 more over here. We'll take him out. is that the last one? Guten Tarm said, okay, so Camel Cabal says, I go now. See you another time. Have a good one. And Guten Tarm says, see you later, pal. Alright. So let's see. Ooh, Tornado. That's the new ability. So I think we've pretty much gotten everything there, which is nice.
The way through here is difficult to reach. You may need to give the cannon a shot. First, you must spring into action.
More of that music being glorious in this game.
I thought those moles would stop your pointless little quest. But that's as good as it gets. If you keep trying, I swear I'm gonna use you to polish my car. Right after I get a car, that is. I love that sound.
There we go. What's the plot of this game? The Voodoo Master, Madame Charmaine, has been kidnapped. Her zombie dust has been stolen by the bad guy named Cosmo, and it is up to us, the Voodoo doll that has been reanimated with the zombie dust, to save her and save New Orleans. So we'll just head over this way, pick up some more goodies. Oh no! Did you guys just get launched into a big trap? Appears like it. That one we pretty much got. Alright, let's see. I'm pretty sure I can make that jump. I thought wrong, but that's fine. I think I'll probably get it once I get the spring, which is nice. But see what I mean about the music being god tier in this game?
Don't like you.
Smack. What's this? There we go. Finney Davies says, it is quite good. Yep. So we got 38 to get, and we are already at, what, 14? So that's nice. Oops, surprise question mark, says Finney Davies. That's all right. So we got 30, so we're about halfway.
Got the biscuits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to require the jump spring, but that's fine.
Artillery! Looks dangerous.
Voodoo icon. See what new power we're going to be getting. And we got a whole bunch of dudes to try this on, so... Blender! Splendid.
Thanks so much for playing.
Phineas Davies says, what's your favorite video game soundtrack? Oh, there's a few. I've been thinking of doing a video, or several videos actually, for a while, where I'd actually cover them by a certain set. Basically every certain amount of years or so. And this would be one of those games I would have to place on there. Not so much the top, but the absolute top, but for when it came out, yeah, this is pretty high up there. The other games I would personally place, if we're going to go for in the same 2 or 3 years, I'd also have to pick Stronghold and Stronghold Crusader combined as having God tier. The original Tropico is pretty high up there as well.
Yeah.
Within the same era, specifically. So this looks like it's meant for the spring again. Alright, let's see if the spring is over here. Yes, it is.
My kidney!
More laxative attack. Problem solved. So we've got all but 6 of these jars, so that's good. Make sure there's none over here or something like that. Does not look like it. Awesome. Let's see. Guten Term says Age of Empires 2 or Mass Effect Trilogy. Phineas Davis says Def Mass Effect. I'm kind of leaning towards Age of Empires 2 just because I'm an RTS fan. But again, since I'm an RTS fan, that might not be the most fair to ask me on that one. More zombie dust. Nice. Alright, so we've got just 15 more of those, and we should be good on that as well. Phineas Davies says Half-Life and Warhammer 40k Dawn of War are some of my faves. Yep. You just reminded me, yep. Whoa, no! I kind of messed that up.
Doesn't look like heaven.
That might actually require the cannon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to use the cannon for that. I forget what the spring was even for. Oh, right. I need to actually...
I'm flying!
Ouch. Oh, so I need more voodoo beads. Apparently I got robbed of my powers for some reason.
Ew, dead monster smell.
Yeah, when you lose a life, that happens, unfortunately. Alright, now. Not enough to bring us up to full power again, but hey. And we have everything except for these, so... I forget where the zombie... There he is, okay. Alright, so he's leading us this way. We'll be able to then pick him up, get ourselves another charge on our voodoo abilities. There we go. And let's see. Some more of the comments here for us. Guten Term says, Warhammer Universe has great songs as well. Yes, it does. Especially Dawn of War 1. Especially Dawn of War 1. Finney Davies says, for some reason, I have an affinity for the soundtrack of shoot 'em ups. Yep. Those are generally going to be pretty solid, usually. Like, the music from my outros is from one such game. It's from... Little high, but...
Whole good, wall bad.
Alright, so just do this again. But yeah, as I was saying, oop. The music that music that my outro comes from is, there you go, this should be about it. It comes from STG Strike Gunner. Ah, just
I need to aim for a hole. A hole.
All right. Guten Tarm says, ooh. Finney Davy says, like Gradius and R-Type. Guten Tarm says, the Warhammer 40k Martyr. This should be on point, pretty much, I think. Right through. Zombie Guidance Counselor. Huh? Okay.
Those who sleep in these crypts have awakened and lost their way. They will follow the light. Use it to bring them home. Place the light at each crypt and wait for the zombie to return home. The imps will try to touch the light. If they do, the light will go to their evil crypt, and all the zombies will be drawn to it. You only have a few moments to take it back. before the imps win. Save 3 zombies before the imps steal 3 zombies, and all will be well.
This area just lets you go ham when it comes to the voodoo powers, so easily a highlight of the game.
Good. Get 2 more and these imps will be defeated.
Of course, it doesn't hurt that this is some more amazing music.
Give me more of those. Thanks so much for playing.
There we are. The voodoo powers that you get are somewhat random. I don't think so, Pally. There we go. But yeah, they are random, although usually when you get a brand new power, that'll be the first one you get whenever you use the voodoo attacks.
Zombie herd. Is there anything lower professionally?
A new ability, Jackhammer, nice. Alright, so Gutentarm says, also in the topic of music, I don't know if it's cheating or not, but Star Wars, Lord of the Ring, and Godfather also Mafia. Yeah, well, it depends. If the music is made specifically for the game, then I think it's fine. But if it's not, then yeah, it is a little.
Rosalim, to continue your journey. Hurry, Vince. Cosmo grows more powerful with each passing moment.
Ah, we can upgrade our eye now. Which means we can instantly see all the items hidden across the map. I remember the boss battle coming up as being a little bit on the trickier side, but it's a fun one, so. We've been at it for about 2 hours now, so this is a pretty good stream, I think. Whoa, that was close. Alright, so the way it's supposed to work in this level is you use the net to catch the fireflies and use them to light up these little lights here, I think. But for now, I'm going to prioritize.
It's a nice lamp, but like Cosmo, it is not very bright.
Okay, it looks like there's something in here. Space junk. Alright, can I please make it back? Yes. Guten Term says, how long is this game in hours? Like, I mean, I'd say what, maybe 8 hours or so? Well, when you're first time through anyways. But yeah, it's not a super long game, but it isn't a short one. Isn't a super short one either, at least. It's about average length. But for this kind of game, that's fine. Got all but around 15 of those zombie dust, which is nice. Ow! Alright. Here we go. Now, let's find out where what's left here is. I'll just finish off my little collection here and we should be good to go. Okay, so something opens up around here. Alright, so there's two more, I think, over here, and then we'll be able to pick up. Yep. Gotta be getting close to... I think we got about 7 more. So this should bring it down to 5. And then... Yep, we got it. Nope, I'm gonna die. Okay. Whoops.
Ah, reincarnation.
Oh, that's fine. Alright, everything's got. Now we can just focus on the actual bit of the game where we actually just finish this and progress to the boss. Oh. Alright, so One Man Army LOL says, sup Ace? Busy playing some Voodoo Vince, or remastered of it. Finally got ourselves one of these beads. We just keep losing the gold ones is the big problem. And I'd rather just keep these things charging up, so... There we go. Alright. Now, it's a simple matter of getting these fireflies, and I think we put them in the torches there and they light them up, so that should be good. Unless there's another step I forgot or something. Okay, so we put them in the torch, or the lantern, and that helps light it up. Ultra Gale says, "Hey everyone, hello."
Two small lights can make one great one.
So it looks like we now have to focus the lights on each other or something. One Man Army LOL says, "True, went to the gym for a good 3-hour workout. Like Rich Piana says, do whatever it takes." Nice. Glad it seems it went alright. Alright, so we'll just focus this on... I think we have to focus it on that specifically.
As with all things, fireflies will seek freedom.
Let's see if it is actually just... We have to shine it on the fireflies or something. Let's try that. Then we'll just line these up first, and then that'll hopefully allow us to actually get this part of the mission done. Alright, One Man Army says, damn bro, you and Silent Rob are streaming right now. What are the odds? I'm guessing since the bell was ringing, we should shine these on the bell since I can't see the actual thing there from that angle, so that means it has to be the bell. That should be good. Then we'll just get ourselves the fireflies again, light this thing up again, and that time we should have it. That looks like that'll be about perfect. Now, let's get ourselves those fireflies. Finney and Davey says, everyone seems to be streaming tonight. It's bloody bizarre. One Man Army Lol says, to Finney and Davies, I know another YouTuber I was going to be watch is streaming tonight too. Yep. Yeah, once we're finished with the boss battle here, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream, but that should come up before too long, I think. Just need to make sure I've gotten the right thing. There we go. Finney and Davey says, day of the streams.
Hey, what's all this?
Giddy up, cowboy!
Listen to me, Vince. Use their falling rocks. They will amplify your voodoo powers and hurt this evil statue.
Unfortunately, she likes to... Ow. There we go. But yeah, she causes the floor to give out, and it's going to get progressively worse. No! Arrgh.
Well, that was restful.
Ah, well. We'll get her. I've got so many lives that I say as I die again.
This doesn't look like heaven.
There we go. Darn it, I missed it. Whoa, that was close. There we go, another hit. And it gets worse. Because of course it does. I remember this boss giving me some trouble, so... There we go. I think that is it, though. Alright. One Man Army, lol, says this game and Pac-Man...
Oh, yeehaw.
Anyway, so, but, let's see. One Man Army lol says, this game and Pac-Man World franchise are games I regret missing out on as a kid. Guten Tarm says, lol. Well, you do have the opportunity to at least enjoy the HD remaster, which, like I said, I think it's on for right now for $15 on Steam, unless it's on sale. But definitely a game worth picking up. Now let's see what kind of power-up we get here. And once we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream soon, so... A giant mallet. And that looks like it. You know what? We'll go ahead and at least use the giant mallet once. Oh yes, this section. It's a forced stealth section. Well, kind of. But, and...
Vince, the manor house. Much zombie dust was spilled here. You must help. But first, there's a dog to contend with. He can't hurt you, but he can keep you from entering the mansion.
Alright, we'll just use the attack once. Actually, 10 things here. We'll go ahead and pick those up too before we call it, I guess.
Be sure to write.
Alright, we have 2 more to find and then an extra life, and then we'll go ahead and, I guess... What? There we go. Alright. That is about it, I think. And we've been at it, well, yeah, I think this is a good time to call it. Oh, our progress in this one will be lost. Well, then you know what, for the sake of it, we'll just... Yeah, well, for the sake of it, we'll just use the distraction, get past the dog, and then we are good to go. I mean, hey, to be fair, if a game is good enough that it wants you to keep playing, even after you've been planning on ending the stream, then that's probably a sign that you've got a good game on hand there. And we've made it. Alright. But yeah, once the cutscene's over, I guess we'll go ahead and...
The little fool. My monsters are in charge of Brusque Manor now. Good luck getting out of here alive. I mean, bad luck. I mean, bad... You little doll guy.
Some architect was very cruel. This room can be rotated to open passages and staircases. Each floor can be turned with one of the small buttons on the floor.
Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and call it. I think this is a good time. So, anyways, this has been Ace. I do hope you have all enjoyed the stream. Thank you again, especially to the person, let's see, double check here, Last of, who gave me £25. That's really nice of you. Thank you very much. But anyways, yeah, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.